Thank you, Mr Deputy Speaker. And I pay my respects to the Palawa Pakana elders, past, present, and those younger people who are emerging as true voices for their people. The Palawa Pakana have cared for this island for tens of thousands of years, and we are gifted by the beauty that we live amongst, and by a culture which is rich and flourishing, and we have so much to learn on the journey of living together on this island. I am so pleased to be a member of a party which has always recognised that this land was stolen, it was never ceded, and that true justice for Aboriginal people in Australia, in Tasmania, requires more than symbolic gestures. It requires real action towards treaty, towards land returns, towards choosing a date which is appropriate to Aboriginal people, towards true and meaningful funding of services to change, to remove the inequalities that Aboriginal people in Australia suffer in every area of living: housing, education, health, ability to access jobs, in disproportionate incarceration rates. So there is so much to be done. And I truly understand concerns that some people in the Aboriginal community have mentioned in past times about symbolic actions like the flag and like the apology from the Prime Minister of Australia. These symbolic actions must be an essential first step. They cannot be the last step that we take. They are an essential basis for action, but they really are just the stepping stone on a journey that we must rapidly move down. So in that respect, it is so important that we have the Aboriginal flag flying above this House, and I truly understand what the member for Bass said about her real surprise at the discordant situation where the Parliament of Tasmania doesn't fly an Aboriginal flag, but we see it in so many other places. So it is really symbolic in another way that we are one of the last places to make this decision, and so past time that we're doing it. I just wanted to say a few things about the young people in the Aboriginal community and the incredible strength and spirit of young people. The Indigenous Youth Climate Network SEED, which is an Australian group and which has really incredible activist voices in Tasmania, is recognising that justice for First Nations people is central to the future that they want to inherit. And in fact, they are linking up with non-Aboriginal people across the planet who recognise that First Nations people must be the creators, the biggest part of the story of climate action. Yep. We have to have a future that provides justice for First Nations people as part of the transition to the new world that we must create in order to have a habitable, flourishing, life-giving planet. And so those young people, we are on the brink of a transformation, and a safe climate must be one that is a just society.
Deputy Leader.
We as a vote.
Is it to a vote, is it? Oh,